Hey everyone, thanks for joining us today. We're here with Phil. Hey guys! Who's gonna show us his awesome budget Suburban Overland style temporary build. So let's check it out. Well, if you didn't clue in on that, that was me introducing myself. Figured I'd have some fun with this. So, where's the Dodge Mahal? Well, it's in the shop getting some repairs, but I just can't stay in a house for too long, so I had to come out camping. We're in the old family Suburban. So I'm gonna show you today the goal of the video, just to kind of show you guys what I threw in the Suburban and how I actually really love this setup for camping. Full timing, I don't really know if I could do it. I like to have a space to stand up and a bigger home, but for even weeks at a time, I could definitely do something like this. So this is a 2002 Suburban. I believe it's got the 5.7 liter Vortec V8, and it rips. It does really well on the road. And it also does really well off-road, to be honest. And we've had this Suburban in our family for a long time. Honestly, I can't even remember how long. It's got over 200,000 miles on it right now. We just replaced the transmission and should be good for another little while. You might be wondering, why the heck you got 22-inch rims on here? And Phil, what are you doing? You're making an Overland walkthrough video of a rig with 22-inch rims on it? Well, that's not the point. First of all, these rims have actually held up pretty great, and I've actually taken this thing to lots of silly spots where 22-inch rims shouldn't go. Anyways, that was my 17-year-old self convincing my dad that it would be a cool idea to put some dubs on this truck, and well, it looks really cool. It's not a very functional thing in any way, especially being that this truck is actually four-wheel drive and you really can't utilize it having these street tires and big old dubs. Anyways, that's not the point of this video. The point is also not to say that I spent $3,000 on this, because like I said, we've had it in the family a while. We've put more money than that into it. But the point is, you could go and get this exact setup that I have sitting right here for about $3,000. You could pick up one of these Suburbans for a couple grand these days, these older ones, and you could grab, yourself a camp chair and a little solar panel and some batteries and things for another $1,000 and you're set up. So let's check out kind of what we got going on here. First and foremost, you'll notice, of course, the solar panel. So the title says budget. So, what's with this? Well, this is actually a very affordable setup. This is the Jackery 100-watt panel paired with the Jackery 500-watt power station. So I don't have anything plugged in right now because I'm keeping it pretty minimal on this trip, but I could run a fridge off of that. With the panel, I could run all sorts of stuff, keep everything charged. Also, I got the Camp Chef stove oven. I just tossed that in because I had the space, and I do love the oven, but it's kind of something that you have to have the space for and really justify the space to use it. Also, we got our Explorer Outback, our little speaker over here. I got the KingCamp bamboo table that everything's sitting on. Little Traxxas TRX4 RC car under there. You gotta have something to play with, right? But yeah, it's a pretty minimal setup. I got the Kelty camp chair, of course, out here, and all sitting it by myself, all lonely. No big deal. Coda's got her bed, but this took a matter of a couple minutes to set up, and it's really pretty comfy. Stock roof rack, you could throw a kayak or paddleboard or whatever you like up there. This is from when I jackknifed the trailer into the back. This is when I ran into a pole leaving some bike jumps and it magnificently whisks it way under the bumper and into there. This is another dent from something, and this is the very first Down to Mob sticker ever. D2M Racing. Yow! This is teal paint splatter from when I used to run house painting crews back in the day, and it, well, exploded. This is tint that we could have peeled off years ago, but it's still hanging on. This mirror is so faded it looks orange. This handle broke off. That one too. These are the Steeda aluminum knobs off of my Ford Mustang after I totaled it a month into owning it. But that's a story for another time. This is a sticker that makes it look like an emblem, that makes it look like a Harley Davidson edition Suburban. Custom carbon fiber bow tie. No big deal. This is a super oxidized hood that I repainted once and kind of made it look better, but kind of not. And it's kind of just weird looking now. Hey, Codes. When it gets dark, I got this little tough light hanging here. So that's kind of cool. I can move that around. Then I've also got my Olight chilling here, the Seeker 2. And this thing's awesome. It provides such good light. I mean, look, that's the daylight. So I can just like set this in here, really just kind of chilling anywhere in a cup holder or something, and it'll light up the whole truck. Boom. You can point that straight at the sky and the whole truck is just all lit up. So for my little night light, I got the Seeker 2 just set up right up here. And I mean, look at the light that I get on my back porch here. And this is it's just magnet. Just sitting right there. Just sitting right there. So I get, you know, perfect light for all this, and it's awesome. The Seeker 2 is great because it's a flood, and it just puts light out everywhere. Since I'm only staying here at night, I just filled this up at a brewery, a little growler fill. Charge it with some CO2. Bada bing, bada boo. We've got ourselves some beer. And check it out, some official Down to Mob Overland swag with the drink tanks. Anyways, love this little mini keg. Also got our little Axial SCX 24 over here. Gotta have some RC cars to play with, of course. Coda wishes her bed was just a little bit further over, don't you, Codes? So as far as the bed setup, I did take out the back seat here. And you can actually put these front seats down, but my dad has these seat covers on right now. So I figured I'd just leave those on. This is enough space. But you can put these down and have like tons of space. The tallest person ever could fit in here. I don't know, I gotta measure it. It's maybe like 7.5 feet or something. So if you're talking about doing a build, you just have tons of room in these. You could put a bunch of stuff up there. And anyways, for temporary use, I have just some patio furniture pads down there, 2 of them. And then we just got pillows over there. So not that crazy a setup, but comfy enough for one night. Well, I don't think there's a whole lot else I could tell you about this setup. It is just that simple. If you're curious about any of the products that I've featured in this video, check the description below. I'll link a few of them. I love doing rig walkarounds with people, so check the channel. I've got tons of other really cool overland and camper type rigs. And if you have a rig you want me to check out, drop a comment below and I'll add you to the list. Thank you so much for watching. Drop a comment, let me know what you think of the old Suburban here. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any of the action from the channel. The only question is, are you down to mob Overland?